And then April. After April, I'm back.
Okay. Right now.
Oh, you're back in April now?
Yeah.
Oh, you skied this trip, but I thought it was supposed to be June.
Do you know what? The reason is because... No.
Hold on, we're in out.
It's just it's work opportunities, isn't it?
Cool.
So I've always said, and I always said before, when the bag calls, I'm gonna answer.
You got to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah. There's potential bags. So nothing's set in stone yet, but if it does,
you come back.
So in February you're gonna be in SA.
Well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
When tomorrow?
Jesus is
Yeah.
Stop.
So
Which say she's not Gina?
My bad. It's today B conversation. See you way out.
When is International Women's Day?
March, which is why I potentially might be coming back.
Good.
Because of something.
Yeah.
But I'll know next week.
Yeah, but you need to be in March. The day before and the day after.
What, International Women's Day needs to be around? Wow, what's happening?
The two things happening at the NED.
Okay. I don't even know what day. What day is International Women's Day? I think it's the 8th.
Yo,
we're women and we don't even.
Do you know what? It's the day for my birthday. You're right. It's the 8th,
isn't it? I said the 8th. I said the 8th.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Nice.
No, but 8th.
We should be ashamed.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Okay.
All right, cool. Guest, would you like to intro us, please?
Hi guys, it's just sorry. I need to get over it, innit?
No.
I'm just really excited.
Be excited.
No, I've missed you lot.
Be excited.
Do you know what it is, yeah, about being away, yeah? It's all fun and games, and it's all like, it's good because you have change of environment. And obviously, with the way the country is, there's just always something to do in it.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's calmed down now because people have left, so it's good.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of back to normality. But like, when the dust settles and everything's kind of like back to normality, you miss your friends, you miss like
family,
your family and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So, and I'm in the apartment by myself.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So like, my routine is just wake up, go to the gym, come home. I mean, if I want to eat, I'll eat, or I'll do work, or do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, and traffic in it. So it's not like in London where I'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna go meet this person. I have to time it. Because I don't want to be sitting in a car for over an hour in the heat. So it kind of like, and then afterwards I'll be like, oh, I can't bother. Let me not bother. And then you realise, and then the day goes so quickly, and then it's just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't you know that it'll be like that?
Yeah, and I'm not complaining because I'm going back.
Yeah.
So I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I genuinely appreciate my people and I miss my people. But I'm not going to lie, since being here, when I landed, I said, yeah, I'm ready to go.
The weather, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's cold as hell.
What?
Yeah.
This
Cold
weather is not of God. Like, no, thank you. From
Cold
32
as
degrees
hell.
to 2 degrees.
I'm ready to move to Dubai. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not cute. It's not cute at all.
Did you intro or not?
No.
Oh.
I didn't.
Right. Are you ready now?
No.
Okay. We're just waiting for you.
I know. I'm just here to get my nerves, to be honest with you.
Do you remember our guest name?
No.
I knew it. That's why you stopped the intro.
Yeah, I did.
You conniving.
You think
Just
Yusuff
ask
knows
me,
You so bait.
Yusuff knows me.
Yeah.
I was like,
You can be like, what's her name again?
I like. She started screaming. I,
think it's
thought
rude.
she's forgotten her name. That's why she stopped.
I did.
You
What's
can
your
just
name?
say Hebz.
Hebz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never going to get that.
What? Why? That's what I'm never gonna get. I
I
told you her name when
mean,
you came.
my
when she
name's
came
not
in.
even on here. It's inside.
No,
It is on my
because
chain.
I don't think I heard you properly when I first came in.
okay,
That's why.
Okay.
Side.
And then when you were like intro, I thought, shit. We're like, how do I do this?
Let me just eat popcorn and mind my own business.
No, literally. And then Yusuff baited it up and I thought, do you know, to be fair, I was going to be like, what's your name again?
It's alright.
But then
Gets
Yusuff
better.
made it even worse. But here we are, Hebz. Okay,
It's alright.
take 2. Hi, guys. It's just shit. No, I'm joking. Okay, no, let me be serious.
No, you can be excited. Why not?
No, I am. And I keep sitting on my hair. It's so heavy. Hi, guys. It's Just Gina here with Big Man Yusuff and Brent and Hebz. And this is Meet Us After 7.
I haven't caught up. But you guys can tell me everything. It's fine.
No, it hasn't caught up with the season, not this.
The
episode.
whole season.
It's still a moment, though.
I know, I'm really sorry. I
Like,
feel quite useless right now.
I even had a conference call about it the other day. No, because the last episode was so conference worthy. to be honest.
All right, guys, welcome back to Me It's After 7. This is episode 273. And as you can hear...
Your fave is back in the building!
There you go. It was so fun. You haven't even been away for that long, actually.
It's been 7 weeks.
Yeah, but we've only released 2 episodes without you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Remember, you're on via Zoom.
Yeah.
And you're on over the phone.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Then we didn't have an episode.
Yeah.
Then we've had 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel that
So
bad then.
I'm sure the listeners aren't like, oh my God, Gina's back. I'm sure they are, but it's not been that long.
In it.
Oh, no, that was meant to be a par.
Maybe I should have.
No, that wasn't meant to be a par. Did it come across like a par?
Do you know what?
My mistake.
Do you know? Nah, it's too late. Do you know what's funny? I wasn't even gonna because I'm leaving so soon.
Yeah.
I thought there's no point in me even telling anyone I'm back. So I wasn't going to.
I know you did.
But then, yeah, and it's done because people are like, oh, link. I'm like,
to be fair, I'm even going to record you so I can put it on our story.
Yeah. You're not, you are.
I am.
Oh.
Just as, some
Yeah.
hype.
Like, I don't have the capacity of meeting it. Like, literally, do you know how mad it's been? So I landed yesterday. From the airport, I went home, had a shower, did my makeup and went to shoot. So I shot until 4 p.m. And then I went home and then I crashed. Because I didn't really sleep on the plane because Gladys came. So, yeah.
So you literally just dipped in and out of London?
No.
That's what you're doing?
Literally. And then I stayed, and then I woke up and then I had a nail appointment at 9 p.m. Who does that? Me. Because my nails looked horrid. And I was like, I need to get them done before I leave. So I begged her. She fit me in, so I did it. And then I woke up this morning. I went to do my COVID test for tomorrow. And then I did Train to Slay. And then I was shooting more content. And then I literally just finished. That's why I was late.
Yeah.
And obviously came here. And then my mum looked at me and I was like, I'm going to pod now. She just shook her head like, you don't learn. Like, why'd you do this? And I was like, I chose this life. So let me just shut up and just, do you know what I mean? And then obviously today I'm sleeping here because we're going to try record Patreon afterwards, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then me and Brent have to have our 7 weeks of debrief, which means I'm legitly sleeping here.
Yeah, I'm about to get rattled. A lot of stories that you tell me.
Like, legitly, I'm going to be here for so long that I know.
I can imagine you guys are going to sleep here.
And then tomorrow, I fly out. So it's like...
What time is your flight?
Oh, it's fine. It's 9 p.m.
That's all right.
Yeah. So I just got stuff I need to do in the day. I need to pack, kind of. I do and I don't.
Pack what?
For SA.
But pack what?
Clothes, isn't it?
Because you came here with clothes, right?
No, I know, but... First of all, yeah. Remember how I told you I did a shipment to Ghana?
That's not right.
It arrived today.
Oh, wow.
Am I in Ghana?
And that was what, 8 weeks ago you told us this?
Fam, I sent it in November.
Oh. Yeah,
But why so?
By pigeon. I sent it by carrier pigeon because the thing is, I don't understand because I sent 2 boxes and then one of them arrived literally the week I got there. That weekend it came. And then this one, I was like, have you guys lost it? Just be honest because I don't understand why it's taking so long. And the one that has just arrived had everything I needed in there, like all my clothes. So the clothes I packed in my suitcase was like on a last minute whim, like, just in case. Because obviously I packed everything in my shipment. So I was like, I don't have any more clothes. Like, this is annoying. So obviously the clothes that I wanted to take, obviously I didn't have. So yeah. I kind of need to pack. It's not like deep packing. Do you know what I mean? It's just essentials and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not even bothered. I just can't wait to go and hear my piano in the flesh.
So what's happening in SA exactly? Is it?
So Dee's there
music
working.
Stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, so she's ready out there. She's working on music stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm just tagging along. Remember, we were meant to go to SA anyway before.
Yeah.
So, Major League are doing a few events out there. So I'll be tagging along.
Nice.
Getting content.
Nice. Oh, yes, you owe us some content.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got you.
Okay.
It's coming. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yep.
Just checking.
Hence why this is here. You know, I'm doing the whole...
Nice.
Doing the whole thing.
Nice.
And with the interviews and stuff, do you know where it is about Ghana? I'm pretty sure you now have a better understanding of Please I'm Coming.
Yeah.
And how extremely slow it can be.
Yep.
And with everybody before, it was like, oh, wait till the new year. New year came, it's like, oh, please, next week. And then I was just like, do you know what? This isn't going to work. Let me just wait till I come back and then we can actually like do this properly. So I had a meeting with like the videographer and like the team of them like doing stuff with. So So when I go back, you should be getting the goods.
Nice. You hear that, guys? Accountability. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be doing it. Even me, I was just like, oof. Yeah.
What? As in?
The devil is on my back.
What?
Change your mind.
The devil's on my back. What do you mean?
You were second guessing it?
No, I weren't. No, not second guessing it. It was more like, you know when you know you owe someone something, so you're embarrassed to even be like, hey,
Yeah.
like it was that. It's that kind of feeling, like,
Okay.
hi, pause. Do you know what I mean? Or like, you know when someone messages you and you just think, I don't want to open it because I don't want to see what they're gonna say. It's that kind of vibe. But yeah, here we are.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All right, how's the year been treating everyone so far? You know, we're 20. What's it today? 20 what?
All I know is I got paid
6 days in. 26 days in. You what?
I got paid today. And it literally
Oh,
feels
yeah.
like I've not been paid in like 5 months.
Because Christmas
It's
December
so
pay
long.
is always very long and it's like
No,
8
no,
weeks, 5,
no.
6 weeks.
Yeah, so
The
they
jam
pay
baby.
you.
Yeah, because you get paid in December a week early, right? And then January
10 days
already is like a
early,
5-week month.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You know all the memes where it's just like, it's the 50th day of January.
Yeah.
When is it going to end? That's how I felt. And then this morning I'm like, yep, there's money. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Well, this month has got for kind of long for me still.
I'm not gonna lie.
No?
Not obviously. I think it's because of where I am.
Yeah.
So not at all. I feel like
It's flown by, man.
January
You think so?
has flown. Like for me, I'm just like, how is it the 26th?
I think it's flown by. Even though I was in Ghana for a couple of days in January, it still feels.
Nah, it's been. Do you know? Can I be honest with you? I feel like my year's starting now because as much as everyone left and it kind of quietened down, it didn't quieten down. It was the same.
Okay.
So it was still the same. And then I was just like, guys, I genuinely can't do this anymore. I'm sorry.
We're partying.
Yeah, it's just,
The partying's a lot.
it's
Can't
too
lie.
intense.
The
But
partying's a lot.
like, it's not even just the partying because it's also like, okay, I stopped partying, but I'm still going to shisha lounges. And obviously, it's still the same thing of you're still getting home late. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't sleep in over there. Like, I can't sleep. I live in such a busy area.
Yeah.
So at 7 a.m., you've got the nursery playing nursery rhymes out aloud, the barbershop downstairs. And to be fair, I love him because he plays bangers, but we'll be blasting music from like 8 in the morning,
Yeah.
loud. Like, obviously, no one's complaining. You've got the ice cream guy with his little cart with the beep, 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 the horn. The horn.
So you're awake
yeah.
by force.
Literally. And then the coconut man walking and like banging his knife on like, it's just loud. I live in a very loud road. So
Yeah.
like, and I'm a light sleeper, so I never have a lion.
Where do you live again?
At Chimota.
Okay. How far is that from East London?
So according to everybody in Ghana, I live far. Like
Okay.
when you tell people you live in Chimota, like, ee! Like that's the response. And I'm like, it's not that far. It's just because traffic.
Okay.
And it depends on what time you're traveling. So obviously, central in town is like Osu, Cantonments, airport. Like that's like central. Even East Legon, really and truly, is not really even in town. Do you know what I mean? But it's just because there's so much things that happen over that side. It's you're kind of in the area where everything
Yeah.
is, so it's all right. Do you know what I mean? Whereas nothing happens over where I am.
Yeah.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. So I always have to travel in.
Yeah.
What's the distance
Okay.
between you and in town? Like, can
Generally
you compare it somewhere in London?
Yeah, no. Generally speaking, it's like a 30-minute drive.
But for them,
But
that's too far.
Because of traffic, it's not a 30-minute
Oh, yeah, it's
drive.
like Egypt. No, don't worry. It's
So
fine.
in the
Yeah,
night, like nighttime,
easy.
it's it's 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
25 minutes, depending on who your driver is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, I always get home. But I'm not going to lie, for those who live in town, it's a 10-minute drive. So
Okay.
I obviously in comparison.
Yeah.
Is
I get
Ghana
it.
like Egypt where they start creating their own lanes, like where everyone's just freestyling? There's
People
one,
don't, there's no
Yeah.
level
There's
of
no
order.
rules
Yeah,
and
yeah,
regulations.
yeah.
man.
None.
It's just
and like the hazard
mayhem.
lights mean nothing. Traffic lights are just
It's mayhem.
Oh,
decoration.
nothing. You even
Yeah,
have
yeah,
people,
yeah.
you have like you have road wardens, yeah. Like there's random people
Yeah.
who literally stand there and like, but the thing is, they don't need to because where they're kind of controlling traffic, there should be a level of order because there's lanes.
Mm.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like imagine like a side, like imagine you're coming onto the A13,
Yeah.
like from a side road. Why do you need a traffic person there to navigate you?
Yeah,
I just
People
do you know
don't
what I mean?
respect it. That's why. They
But
don't care.
obviously, I get it because no one's giving you away. Like you're not getting.
Yeah.
You're not getting in there. So
Yeah.
the build up is crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
So yeah.
It's mad. All right. So before we get stuck in, you'd like to introduce yourself a little bit, give us a bit of background.
Yeah, of course. My name is Hebz.
What is Hebz short for, please?
So my full African name is Hebatala.
Okay.
My regular name is Heba. And Hebz is just Hebz.
Short version.
I mean, Heba and Hebz are the same numbers, but it is what it is. I produce and co-host a podcast called Growing Up British, which is basically about being third culture kids, being born and raised in a different environment than where you're originally from, and just looking at faith and culture and how that sort of shapes you from a child to an adult and to a parent as well. So I just go through the journey basically. And I'm a mother. I'm previously married.
Okay.
That's. I won't go into more details like national insurance numbers and bank balances.
Yeah, no.
Brent's like, no, now she said that. You see how he's perked
I
up?
saw him.
He's perked. He's a previously married and a mother. Okay.
Oh yeah, apparently I'm not desirable according to your last conversation because I have a child.
No, that's not what
I said. I said. I'm
Sid, right?
interested in.
No,
children.
it was a snippet from another podcast.
Yeah. And I'm winding you guys up.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't you guys. But I was like, alright, safe, not desirable. Say no more. I'm gonna just part that.
But quickly though, what are your thoughts on that actually, in terms of what we spoke about? Because you did listen to our episode last week, right?
Yeah.
In terms of us saying that, or the general notion that your dating pool shrinks a bit.
So I wouldn't say my dating pool shrinks. I think guys become mindful. So the same way if I was to approach a guy who has a child, I need to understand the dynamics and the relationship you have with the child and the relationship you have with the mother of the child. And if you call her a baby mother, I don't want to know about you because I'd pull up anyone that says baby father, baby mother, because that's the mother of your child and that's the father of your child. Put some respect on the name. I don't care about culture and like to me, nah. So for me, firstly, I'm very mindful of how they speak of their ex, how they look after their children if they're present, etc. But generally speaking, I have a cut off of like no more than 2 kids, please. I'm not looking for a football team or.
Oh, you got standards too.
Of course.
Jeez, all right.
Because I'm trying to build a family.
Amen.
Because I want to have more kids.
100%.
So
Hold on, I sense a bit of sarcasm in this.
it's fine.
No,
it's fine.
I like the fact she said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But so I think it's a 2-way thing. I've had guys say to me, "Oh, so do I have to worry about beating up your ex?" I'm like, no. I was married. It ended the way it ended, but like it was love. Do you know what I mean? So then they ask me questions like, how am I meant to be around your child? I'm like, well, you're never going to meet my child unless we're serious. And secondly, my son can never have enough male role models. So if you're a good man, which I hope because our energies are being drawn to each other, you'll be a great example for my son. He doesn't need another father, but he can deal with another man. I think it's a community vibe. So
I've got a quick question. So
uh-huh.
Would you say that you're more inclined to date a man with kids because you have a child? And if you didn't have a child, would you be less inclined to date a man that has a child?
So I was ignorant once upon a time, and I was like, I'll never ever date a guy who has kids, and I end up marrying a child. You know, I ended up marrying a man who had a child. I understood that circumstances happen. It is what it is. But when you're having like a pool of children or random women, then it's a hella red flag for me. I don't care what circumstances it is.
Yeah.
But now I think sometimes when I meet people who have kids, there's a level of understanding. But I've also met guys who have kids who don't understand, but clearly they're not present in a child's life enough to have that understanding, like organically. But nah, I find that guys with no kids also works.
What is it?
They tend to be quite understanding and patient.
What is it?
Wait, hold on. Why? What happened? Wait, I want to know. Elaborate.
I was about to ask you for your preference.
My preference.
Yeah.
Guys with kids or guys without kids?
It just honestly, it depends because there's guys who have kids who absolute douchebags.
Yeah.
But it does help when someone has a child because they can understand your time isn't as like you can't be as spontaneous as you'd like to be.
Yeah.
I'm a spontaneous person, but I'm like, yeah, it's all about that childcare. So as much as I like to, so I think having someone who has children helps. But when they're not that active in the child's life, they see them every fortnight, then they might not be understanding. So to conclude,
that makes sense.
Variables.
I'll be back in 45 minutes.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right.
He forgot about that meeting, boy, because look at the way he's
Of
moving.
course
Yeah.
You did, look at the way you're moving.
Of course you did.
You've got.
How long were you married for?
Ooh.
If you don't mind me asking.
I want to delve, but I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Oh, you can ask her.
means, please. This would be a free therapy session for me. We were in a relationship for 11 years and married for 5.
Wow.
I met him when I was very, very young.
How old are you, by the way?
You never asked me her age,
how old do you think I am? No one actually knows how old I am.
I swear.
Yeah.
As in, you mean online?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never really spoken about it. I just saw myself in that mirror. I just look like an elephant still, I'm not going to lie.
You really don't?
Jesus.
You look decent.
You don't.
Look good.
Carry on.
From time you're telling me you were with him for 11 years and married for 5.
This is what I mean. I said too much.
So I know that you're mature. So you're in your 30s.
Yeah, I'm 35.
Okay.
How old are you?
32.
Mister?
6.
36?
Mm.
My guy just said 6.
No, obviously. Okay, about 6.
You really... Okay,
Zeke Cross.
In cat years.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So we married for 5 years.
Go on.
Go ahead,
Well, there's a
please.
question I want to ask. But
Dive deep, girl.
Okay, I was going to ask the reason.
I might say no comment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You want to go first?
No, we were going to go in the same direction, so it's
Ah,
fine.
cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, so what was the reason for the divorce?
Oh, wow.
You don't have to give detail, but like...
I'll explain
was
it.
this an Islamic
It was
courtship?
both. It was both. Islamic courtship.
As in how you met him and got married?
I mean, we dated for a good few years.
No, but I don't know.
Islamic courtship is like, here today,
I
married
know, that's what
tomorrow.
I asked.
No.
Oh,
I would never
cool.
do that.
Okay, cool.
I'd want to learn someone properly before I'd even consider. But I think this relationship taught me that time doesn't mean everything. I think it's about energies and understanding each other.
You preaching to the choir.
Yeah, not 100%. I've done the whole years and years. But that's real talk. I've met people in a short space of time. I've learned so much more about them than being on my ex, for example. It ended because, firstly, I was very young and naive when I met him. I was 19. I thought, you think you're grown when you're 19. You're like, I got this, man. I can only, he was older than me, a little bit older than me. But as we evolved...
How much older? That's what I thought.
Yeah, because she said a little bit older.
A little bit older.
I was thinking...
It's the same age gap my mum and dad had. So to me, it was normal, 7 years.
Okay. But 19...
Yusuff,
you know me.
No, even me. I'm looking
You know me. I'm aging.
Because if I
I'm
was...
not gonna lie, I can never tell with age gap. Maybe I don't know if it's a disrespect to him or a compliment to me.
Yeah.
But like we kind of leveled.
No,
I was at uni and he was working.
With the age gap, I'm not looking at you.
It's him. I'm
Wayward.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at him
I'm looking
sideways.
at sideways, I'll be honest.
Not R. Kelly.
Not
vibe.
grooming, but
Not R. Kelly
definitely not.
vibe.
but it's he.
But
bruv.
you had a teen in your age.
I was just about a teen.
He was
No,
26. You were 19.
You were a teen,
bro.
You were a teen.
That's a lot.
No, this is a no judgment zone.
Guys,
because
relax.
you were
No.
legal.
Relax.
I'm not judging you, but I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
no,
I'm
no
judging
judging,
him
no
only
judging.
because us Yusuff, I'm ageist when
You're
it comes
the big
when
age.
it.
So I've changed completely. So I've gone from I have to date an older guy to I only get approached by younger guys. And their mindset is a lot more different than an older guy. Like
The crazy
they've
thing
leveled
is,
up.
so my parents have a mad age gap.
Yeah.
Like yours is nothing compared to my parents.
But they're
Sis.
different times.
Yeah.
Completely
So
different.
I've always been rattled by massive age gaps anyway. I just think how, but I've always said like the older you are, the age gap doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
innit? So like for
it
example,
bridges.
now if you're 35, he's 41, 42,
Something
something like that.
Stop
But
counting.
it doesn't mean anything. Like I'm not. If you was to tell
Yeah.
me you're
Yeah,
dating
it's
a 40,
irrelevant.
yeah, I'd be like, okay, like it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just the 19.
No, I agree with you. I
Yeah.
think age gaps become irrelevant as we get older because
Yeah.
our maturity bridges over, everything kind of levels, and you can be working in the same environment together. You
Yeah,
can be in the
yeah.
same educational, like doing masters or whatever together. I get
Mm-hmm.
that. But I think if I was like 16, dating a guy in the 20s, that's like a bit. I think I thought I was too big for my own boots. I thought I was a grown-ass woman. My mum got married when she was 22. I was on that flex. Like, I was never out here in the streets. I never really cared for partying. To me, I was very family-focused.
I hear you.
So I was kind of focusing, trying to gravitate towards that energy. And again, it's me being naive because looking back, I'm like, what the hell did I do in my life? But I can't regret it because I have a beautiful young king. My son's 7 and he's incredible. So that's the only reason why I can't regret my experience. And it shaped me into the woman that I am today. So
it's great to hear.
But yeah, so the reason why we ended
go
what happened was I've evolved. He's kind of stagnant and stuck in his ways. And I realized, like, firstly, I believe that we marry for life because my parents were married until my dad died last year. And it was 44 years. So to me, I was like married to the end kind of vibe. So when I realized it takes two people to be on that same page, two people willing to like reflect and evolve and be able to like have these conversations without being defensive. And so he was more resistant towards any sort of growth. He'll see it as change. I'm like, bro, like you can't be the same man. Like you can be the same you, but you need to want more for yourself. So I felt like I was trying to drag someone up with me. And I reached a point where I was oppressing who I was. And then the environment just got more and more hostile. And then when my son was born, he was born very, very prematurely. And he became my focal point. So when our relationship was still breaking down, I was like, nah, my son's not going to witness this kind of energy. So I just ended it to protect my son's energy. Because...
That makes sense.
I love that.
Yeah, because like, I think parents who think they can stay together for the sake of children is a very... it's a very nice... It's not realistic. If you can't get your shit together and you guys can't be amicable and want to reflect and grow, then what are we really doing here? Because your kids are witnessing all the bullshit. Even if you're silent and you're hostile, kids are very emotionally intelligent. They can see everything.
Sorry to interrupt the moment.
No,
Gina, we
fine.
can hear all the kernels in your mouth.
That's my bad. It's my popcorn in it. So it just means she's enjoying herself.
She's been gone for 7 weeks and forgot herself already. Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's all good, it's all good.
I'm done.
How old was your son when you and your husband split?
2.
Okay.
So I chose to consciously, like, I did a lot of research. I did marriage counselling, family intervention. I don't give up. Like, to me, like, marriage isn't a light title. Some people just be like,
serious.
on to the next. To me, it's like, nah, like, I'm a rider. I'm going to do this. But I'm not a dodo either. So there comes a point where you're just like, you know what, on this, I'm done. But I looked into, like, the psychological effect for children staying for the sake of family versus ending a relationship. And the anxiety he would have staying in a toxic environment is much more greater. Like how he'll be shaped as a young boy into an adult isn't like him being separated at age of 2. He'll have like minimal anxiety. So the first like year or so, where's daddy? He'll hear an engine, like he'll run, and I'll cry and I'll be like, yo, it's my reason. I'm the reason to why they split, to why their relationship's not there anymore. But now he's 7. He's completely oblivious to what he used to have. So I made a decision to end it now as opposed to 5 years from now because it'll be harder for my son. So it was a very calculative thought of just being able to be brave enough to just bite the bullet and do it, because a lot of women stay in relationships because they're too scared. I just had to deal with it and just go trust in God. And that's it.
Okay.
I hear you though. I do feel like leaving a relationship is so much harder than staying.
100%. Because sometimes it's like better the devil you know.
100%.
And I think a lot of men and women stay in toxic situations because it's a very familiar space and they know how bad it can get and they can sort of predict that person's behavior.
And cope.
Yeah, they've dealt with it. And I watch women to the point where when I ended it and I saw other women in similar, I'm like...
Valentine's Day is just around the corner and our sponsors at Manscaped are here for you with the best tools to get your balls ready for the special occasion. This Valentine's Day, it's time to join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming, with our exclusive offer. The Performance Package 4.0 for Manscaped is just the thing every guy needs in their life to make each and every day that little bit more special. The number one product in this package is the Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin, and get this, the trimmer's advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks on your delicate balls. It even has a 400K LED spotlight so you can shave everywhere your heart desires. Did I mention it's also waterproof? So go to manscaped.com and use our code MUA7 for 20% off plus free shipping.
I do feel like once you've hit your threshold, you will leave.
Yeah. And
Like,
Of course.
I think it's hard on women as well, because when you do end a relationship, the first thing when you explain to people, oh yeah, you ended a relationship after 11 years, they're like, right, you're cold. What do you mean you just left your man? And I'm just like, but women, we tap out ages ago, but we still hang around and hope that you guys will wake up and appreciate. I say you guys, I don't mean like you're the whole entire generation of men. But we hang about just in case you go, do you know what? No, I've got a good one, or I've got a family, I've got a child, I've got a, they just wake up and appreciate life. So before you give up completely, you're still holding tight, but you've already kind of signed out a while ago. Does that make sense? So when you finally tap out, everyone's just like, raw, you're just cold. You're just leaving a whole marriage. And I'm just like, bro, you have no idea how patient I've been and how many times I've had to woosa in this relationship just so I can see it through in hope he'll appreciate.
But you know what's really interesting though? Because I see it the complete opposite though. Because for me, that's 16 years of your life.
Wait, what?
You said 11. You dated.
No. In total, we were together 11 years.
Okay, so that's 11 years of your life that you've dedicated to one person. Nobody just walks away from 11 years because they're cold. Like, do you know what I mean? For me, for you to say that you guys are no longer together and you were together for that long, I know that it must have been serious enough for you to leave because you wouldn't have stayed for 11 years. 100%. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I genuinely don't. I think people that have that mindset are quite mature, to be fair.
I think they're inexperienced. They don't quite understand what it means to have a relationship like that. But I do get it from guys mainly. They're like, "Raw, you women are cold, and they make it like a general blanket approach." And I'm just like, bro, if only you knew. Like,
if a woman can leave you after 11 years of marriage, then it's like she means it.
And do you know what I think it is as well with men? With what you've just said, is it's the expectation that women are meant to stay. Even in like cheating, you know how we always have this conversation about like cheating? It's like when men cheat on their partners, a part of them thinks she will stay or that they will get away with it because it's just, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of the norm.
But the reality is 9 out of 10 times they do stay.
This is it.
And
so
familiar.
Yeah, and I get it. So it's that expectation to like, how are you gonna leave after 11 years? Like you're
so we didn't end because of cheating, but I knew for a fact he woke up every day knowing that I was gonna be there. Like, do you know when someone clearly takes you for granted
because he knows that she ain't going anywhere?
Yeah, like I'm like, bro, you got a woman that's hella old school, cooking, I working full time, looking after him, attending to his needs, and like that's my duty as a wife. Do you know what I mean? I'm that old school. I'm not like, oh, what do you bring to the table? I feel like we bring different things to the table that equate to the same purpose. So I'm like, you had a good woman and you just never ever went, you know what, I'm blessed. So a lot of people now when they go, how did he manage to like let go of you? I'm like, bro, some people don't wake up till it's too late. And you men like to wake up when it's a bit too late.
Do you know what I think it is as well, yeah? So he's older than you, right? So I think even so the generations like before us, right? I'm not saying he's that much older, but like they clearly think differently. Because for example, like when I've been in Ghana, I always end up talking about relationships with random guys that I meet. We just always end up in conversations about cheating and this and all of this stuff, right? So there's a day it was me, Crystal, Doreen, and we was out and we were talking to a group of guys and one of them was like much older, like they were quite older than us actually. So one was
uncle
like
vibes.
Yeah, but they weren't like uncles, like freshy uncles. It's like they're down to earth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
So we can have conversation, but obviously we're from two completely different generations of how people do things, innit? So when we were talking to them, the guy was like, he literally was like, I'm so happy I'm not part of you lots, what you lot have got going on kind of thing, because obviously he made it very clear, like he was even saying how like now there's male privilege, white privilege, this privilege. Like, obviously, he's like, that stuff didn't exist when there's like, none of this stuff existed like when he was growing up in it. It just was what it was and you kind of keep shit moving. And he even made a comment about like his wife and I was like, admit it, yeah, you were on crud, innit? He was like, listen, my wife's been through, she's been through it, like literally. But he's saying this with his chest, like she's been through it. He's 50 now. Okay. He's got 3 kids and he's like, his marriage has lasted because of his wife. He said it. He said it straight. She's been very patient and whatnot. And it was so funny because he was just like, he knows if he was with women of today, that stuff wouldn't fly. And
yes and no, though.
The longevity might not be there because obviously we're a lot more like, for example, women back then, right? It's like not the whole thing, but like getting married and stuff was like a sense of security.
100%.
Like not a financial plan, but do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this is how you're going to be secure and live the rest of your life. Whereas now, a lot of women are very self-sufficient, independent. Some even earn better than men. Do you know what I mean? So you're less likely to kind of tolerate bullshit because of security.
Yeah.
So it was kind of clear he was kind of getting like going from that standpoint.
But I think it's also culture, because culturally women wouldn't work. They'll just be mothers and wives. So financially they have no other income. So you're right.
Yeah.
So I think the new generation of women, like so people go, oh yeah, you're strong and independent or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but it's because I have to look after a young king, not because I want to. It's because I have no choice. I can't fail. I have to continue. Like I've had 4 job promotions and it's because I know I have to be financially stable for my son. But if a guy was to step in and go, I'll take the lead.
Yeah.
I'd be like, be my guest, because I'd rather be a wife and a mother. But also I want to work part-time. But these women that you're talking about are women who are sincerely unhappy, but culturally they've accepted a lot of behavior, and their mothers will say the same thing
100%
to them
because
and
they
go,
don't know
it's
any
okay.
better.
Like I've had to go through it.
Yeah.
Just be patient with your husband. Just carry on cooking for your husband.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but you're disgruntled inside. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like, I think there are women who still in this generation who still feel quite trapped in relationship, but they're more about mental entrapment.
100%, yeah.
So
as opposed
it's
to
different levels.
This
like
is
staying
it, for
accept
finances.
it. Yeah, it's a completely different mindset. I think here now it's more toxic and it's more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
It's okay.
No, sweet.
No, I agree. Like I feel like obviously I can talk about this now because I'm not in a relationship anymore, but I definitely agree with like being trapped in a situation that's toxic because you're mentally trapped. And I feel like
when you say mentally trapped, so do you feel like you've been manipulated in any way, or is it just the circumstances that you're in that kind of trapped you?
I think it can be a combination of all of that. Like I don't think it's one or the other. Like if I look at my situation, I feel like mine was definitely an element of manipulation, but also my own internal issues and me not like wanting better or more for myself, or even thinking that I deserved or could even get better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, these are the cards I've been dealt with. Let me just ride it out. And again, with me, I'm like you. I don't quit anything. Like, I'm that person who I will ride till the wheels fall off. So I will exhaust every single option I can to make something work before just quitting. I don't like quitting. And I feel like it's my gift and curse, because sometimes it's not you quitting. It's just removing yourself from a situation that no longer serves you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like in relationships, I don't seem to have that level of intelligence to be like, and it's not like I don't know it, but do you know what I mean?
Do you feel your last experience has taught you a lot where you're now more vigilant and mindful to certain behaviours?
Yeah, I am. But then I also still feel like I still have a lot of work to do. Do you know what I mean? Because yes, I'm aware, but like, it's so easy to say that you're aware and then just fall back into old habits.
It's a bit like people saying I've unlearned behaviour and I know who I am now. I'm a changed person, but you don't know that until you're fully in another scenario.
Exactly, and you're actually you're behaving
Yeah.
differently. Because right now this is lip service.
It's a bit like someone saying I'm a chill person, but it's because you're always alone or you're always in like a mellow vibe. But put yourself in a different situation, an uncomfortable situation, and see how you react, because that will show your true colours.
Yeah.
You guys touched on how certain women don't realise their source, right? Like on your last episode, you said some women don't realise how much they have it. They don't clock how nice they are. They don't like, you didn't rate yourself to an extent. You didn't love yourself enough. And I felt like that was the same thing with me. I felt like, oh, this is as good as it's gonna get. Like, I might as well just ride this out. And it's just like, after I left him, I still, even to this day, I'm like, why is this happening? They're like, Hebz, you know who you are? And I'm just like, I'm just a regular peasant. Like, I don't understand. But it's because they see something that I don't see.
Yeah.
And it's like, to an extent, it's humbling because you'll just forever be you and I'll forever be me and nothing will kind of shake that energy. But then to an extent, you also need to learn to love yourself enough to own it. Does that make sense? And protect your energy by all means.
Yeah.
But it's just all part of growth. And I think no doubt you'll get there. But look out for the red flags.
Yeah, and stop turning red into, what's it called?
Amber.
To amber,
Oh,
Gina.
green.
Oh, we do that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't believe in potentials.
Wait, say that again?
Don't believe in potentials. So when women have this when we're younger, at least, we have this thing where we I might meet you and you're not really at your fullest potential. Like I can see like how you are with certain situations, and I'm like, this guy's got goodness in him. Like he's got the potential to be better. So you hang around and hope that
he gets
potential
better,
comes
but
out.
sis,
Or like, I can help elevate him.
it's not your job. You're not on work experience.
It really
isn't. Listen.
So I take you as you are. So if you say to me, Hebz, this is who I am, blah, 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 I'm not going to be like, well, maybe one day he'll stop shotting. Nope, he just shot it today. Do you accept it or no? If you don't accept it, then keep it stepping.
But the thing is, okay, cool. Something like shotting, that's more so his occupation, right?
Yeah.
But what about his...
I mean, for the record, I've never had that
Characteristics.
situation.
Yeah. But what about characteristics? Because I kind of believe that if you and another person get together, you're both kind of trying to improve each other, make each other better, learn from each other. So it's like, when you say you don't believe in potential, it's kind of, it's kind of counterproductive in a way, because you kind of want to elevate each other.
All right, let me give you an example.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say you meet a person who has bad communication.
Yeah.
And obviously, communication is a thing that
It's
very important to you, right? How do you navigate through that? Do you think, hopefully their communication will improve? Or do you just see it as, you know what, I don't want to have to teach someone how to communicate if it doesn't come natural to you and it's a massive thing for me. Maybe it's just not the one for me.
I think I'll have a conversation about it.
But then you can have I have people who have the same conversation about communication. They're just like, it's just who I am.
Yeah.
It's not personal. It's not like I forget about you.
Yeah, but then that person's not willing to change then, because if
that's it.
Yeah.
This is why I don't.
But I don't think that's everybody.
So I think it's important to learn the person. So if you see the person's constantly trying to grow and they want to learn off each other, they understand the concept of a relationship is to bounce off each other's energy, and I want you to grow and you want me to win and we're winning together. If you have that mindset, cool, because you can take criticism, you can sit there and like watch a lecture together or a podcast or whatever it is and go, yeah, cool, let's learn, let's grow. But some people are like, I don't want to watch it. They're just resisting. And with a man, there's a lot of ego involved. And when your ego is involved and you're willing to like prioritize that over your relationship, then you will definitely not reach your potential because someone's trying to tell you about your potential.
Yeah. Do you think the person who's not willing to change doesn't care about that person enough?
I don't think they care about themselves enough.
Because
I don't think they rate themselves enough.
This is just the way I am to me. That statement is air to me. That means you're not willing to change. You don't want to change. You don't want to improve.
Yeah, because you're
even for this person who in a relationship.
It's stubbornness as well.
But I feel like you're only hurting yourself, which is why I think they don't rate themselves, let alone their partner. Maybe why would you choose to box yourself?
Maybe they also don't see the need to change.
Yeah.
Because you know how some people generally are like, I don't see the need. I don't see why. It's not broke. So I've managed 30 years of life like this and I've been fine. So why do I need to change?
Because it's not working for me.
Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean?
And do you care enough about me to improve on this and try to help our relationship,
But then that kind of goes back to my situation where I felt I outgrew him because I wanted to continue to elevate and he wanted to just be content. So for someone to be content, some people work in Tesco's for 24 years and they're very happy about it and they're very content with doing their day-to-day and they get fulfillment out of it. To me, that doesn't excite me. I want someone who wants to push themselves a bit more. It doesn't mean that they're not good enough or they're a terrible person. It's just not for me. It doesn't serve me anything. And I can't serve you anything because you're content within your box. I don't want to be boxed. I want to know that even if I stay steady for a little bit, when I'm ready, I'll push up again.
Yeah.
And it's just, you got to meet someone who's got a similar mindset.
Yeah, you got to meet someone similar, but remember, it's all relative because that person who's working Tesco's, that might be enough for them.
100%.
Like that's for them, they're content with that.
I know. 100%.
So
but if that's not your bag, then it's not your bag.
Exactly.
Like,
no, 100%. I think that's it. And I think it's down to accepting that people are different and have different fulfillments. And that's perfectly fine. But I know who I am as a woman. And I don't shy away from talking about it now. Before I'd be like, maybe, I'll stay quiet. I don't want to like scare them away. Now I'm just like, with chest, this is who I am. And it's not a negative thing because I will be your number one fan. I will be your backbone. I'll support you. I'll elevate you. Whatever you want to do, let's do a master plan and figure it out. Like we're on the same team. Whereas some women don't have an interest in seeing just bringing the money. Are we matching, by the way?
Snap.
Oh,
are you? Oh, nice.
Sorry.
That's all good.
My bad. I got completely sidetracked. I just saw the feet. I'm like, they ain't my feet.
No, it's an interesting conversation still. I'm going to ask you actually, after your divorce, how easy was it for you to get back into dating?
It was a very interesting world. So when I was married or when we were dating, I used to get approached all the time and I'd be like, I'm married. And I was like saying it with chest. I'd never make him an unknown for But then I just knew I was going back home to my husband. So when I became single, I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm still getting moved to. I don't have to say no anymore. What do I do with that? So I was like, okay. Probably the first year, I was trying to deal with the whole concept of being a single mother. I say single mother. I'm raising my son predominantly by myself.
Yeah.
Trying to deal with his emotional side of things. And I felt I carried a bit of guilt to try and date someone else because my ex was pretty much my first serious relationship. Well, my only serious relationship. Yeah. So, you know, when you're young, you think you're in a serious relationship. You're like, nah, that's just like college love, or that was just some stupidness. So I felt guilty getting to know another guy, even though I ended the relationship. I was just like, wait, am I cheating? No, you're not. So
it's over, man.
Yeah, it's hella over. Like it's done, been over. But just knowing that I can entertain another person, people, I'm like, people used to like, well, for the last few years, people are like, but you know your NSG options, right? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you always got options.
Oh, NSG options. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I've always got options to choose from. But I think as women, you always, it's so...
Hold on, this is recent then.
How you mean?
NSG options came out a couple years ago.
Yeah. So that's when I started being in a predicament. I'm like, oh yeah, so what moved to today? He's kind of nice. And then like Hebz, you're talking to like 3 other guys right now, just chill. And I'm just like, yeah, but you don't know what your blessing is. So I just kept on keeping my options open.
Build a roster. What do you mean?
Listen, one will leave, the other one will join.
Let me be honest, yeah. See me that I'm screaming roster. I don't have a roster.
But I'm sure you do.
No, the thing is, no. Because it's like, it's jokes because everyone's like, oh, you must have better man on your case. I'm like, no. And they're like, you're just being picky. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, yes, there are, I feel like, yes, there are guys. But I guess it's not what I'm trying to achieve. And with me, because I'm trying to be very intentful, I don't see the point in building a roster of people that I have no intention with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think it's important to be intentional, whatever that intention is, whether it's something casual, something serious.
Yeah, so I just don't see the point. But,